And we're recording. We're live, we're recording, it's on. So, hey up guys, how we doing? I hope we're all alright out there, I really do. Keeping well. You've been keeping well and you're all good and all that good stuff, I really do. So, it's Nick here, the Autistic Biker. I suppose you could say I'm back. I think this is sort of like, if you want to look at it this way, sort of like the second bash at it at this whole motorcycle blogging YouTube channel. So yeah, Nick the Autistic Biker, I'm back, we're live, we're recording, here we go. And we're just sort of like driving through Matlock at the minute. It's still classed as Matlock, this. I've just drove through a sign saying welcome to Matlock, so obviously of course we're in Matlock. So yeah, a couple of things to mention really. So, reason why I thought I'd have a second bash at it, you know, sort of like continue making videos and put them on my YouTube motorcycle blogging channel, is because of me overcoming a few things really, both physical and mental, shall we say, issues, problems. Now, before I get into it, when I say physical and mental issues and problems, I don't actually mean anything deep like having suicidal thoughts or, you know, wanting to kill myself or out like that, or just having demons or out like that. It's nowhere near that sort of like extreme, severe, deep or out like that. And when I say physical, also, I don't mean anything sort of like deep, as in like, for example, I broke my ankle, or I've busted both of my wrists, or broke both my arms, or one leg, or something like that. And that stopped me from like, you know, doing my videos or out like that, because it didn't at all. So when I say like physical and mental, I don't mean anything like that deep or out like that. Physical and mental things that stopped me. So yeah, it's been 2 years, by the way. It's been 2 years since I last uploaded my most recent video on YouTube. I only just checked this morning for you guys to just have like a fact, to just get some facts out there, and it has actually been 2 years. So this is my second turn, if you like, second bash after a 2 year gap. So we'll start with physical stuff. So I was really put off before to do a camera that I was using. I only had up to a maximum of a standard HD, which is your 1080, your 1080p. That's all that I had, that's all that I was recording in. I had, as you know, as I stated on at least a video, I had the Drift Ghost XL, and that's all I had. Plus, I wasn't putting my videos through like any sort of like you know, video editing processing softwares or all like that. Now, so what I've done to actually change both them things, to be willing to actually, as a good old saying and a phrase, as the saying and phrase goes, put my money where my mouth is and actually take it seriously. So what I've actually done is I've actually gone out and I bought myself an action camera, a much more better action camera, well, two to be precise. They're both Drift Innovation cameras, Drift Innovation Ghosts, and one is the 4K Plus and the other one is their latest, newest one, which is their Drift Ghost XL Pro. So I've got the 4K Plus and I've got the XL Pro, that's what I've got. They both record in a UHD, ultra high definition 4K. That is their maximum capacity what they're recording, and they record in a a 30 FPS of 30, that's 30 frames per second, and I think it's something like in a 2.7K up to a 60 frames per second, and they both record up to a whopping, if you're recording in a 1080p standard HD, a whopping 120, I think, 120 frames per second, which is great. Right now, currently speaking, at this moment in time, I've got it on a 2.7K. A 2.7K on a 60 frames per second. Anyway, that's getting sort of like into the technical side of it, when there's no point really, as if you care about that. But what I'm saying is to go back on track, is I've actually done something about it by wanting to take it more seriously than what I did 2 years ago, this time round. So I've gone out and I bought myself, like I said, 2 new action cameras. So hopefully guys, you will be able to see a much more better overall video recording quality compared to my videos 2 years ago. If you can, do us a favour, just actually comment in comment section, will you? Put a comment in comment section saying that you can actually notice a difference, whether if it's a big difference or only a bit of a difference or whatever. Secondly, on a piece of video editing software, and I can't wait to actually get, to dive in and to get stuck in and to explore different options and features, and as in what that symbol does and what that icon does. Basically explore the whole world of like explore the whole platform, I should say, really, on my upcoming future videos. That's only if it does last that long. Now, I'm not at all saying, and what I want you to do guys, to do with me saying this, is I still want you to take this with a pinch of salt, because I could put out another good couple of few videos out there, and even if there might be better videos to do with better advanced features, audio and video visual wise, the flame could still just die out for me again. You know what I mean? And I could be like, yeah, I don't really want this anyway no more. I've tried it for a second time, a second round. I took it more seriously. I've even gone out and got me 2 new much more better action cameras, and bought me a piece of video editing software. But do you know what though guys, right? You know what, yeah, this isn't for me. And then I might decide to just like stop it much more better and permanently this time, do you know what I mean? But yet again, I might not do, I don't know, but I'm saying please just join me, please join hands with me in me saying take it with a pinch of salt, because that's what I'm doing. I just want to cross each bridge as I come to it, so to speak, as the saying goes, and just see what prevails from it, see what comes of it, and and blah de blah, etc. So then there's sort of like the physical problems that I had, or should I say, for example, that I didn't have, which I've gone out and changed and done something about it. So now, moving on to mental stuff. I didn't have no confidence in myself, I suppose you could say that, or I had very, very, very little confidence in myself to do with videos that I was making and putting out there, because I just didn't believe that my videos were up to scratch, because what I was doing is I was comparing myself to a lot of, well, not just even a lot, but every motorcycle blogger out there putting videos out there on their channel, and not just only to do with much more better action cam and piece of video editing software that they were using, but just because like they could speak better than what I could, they could talk better than what I could, they could hold a conversation and keep it flowing smoothly, a lot more smoothly and swimmingly and better than what I could. with a lot less hesitations and pauses and stuff like that. And then there's me, you know, there's me that were comparing me then to all these guys, all these people, and then thinking, wait, I'm bloody crap, I'm shit. I'm taking big long pauses and big long gaps and stuff like that. But then, and it's not just that, it's to do with the tone of other motorcycle bloggers, you know, vocal tones and voices, aren't they? I was thinking to myself, well, it's not that, they just sound a lot more like sparkier than me, a lot more brighter and sparkier, and just like a lot more like wiser and out there and more outgoing. In other words, I'm saying to you that, you know, my sort of like vocal tone sounded like dull, as if like I didn't really want to do this and I didn't want to be here, so to speak. But so that was sort of like my mental problem, you know, like sort of like that confidence barrier, if you like, you know, like that brick wall bump barrier, so to speak. Because I were comparing, but here we go. So now coming on to the sort of like a problem that, you know, sort of like the problem that got resolved to do with it. So I sort of like had this like a epiphany, if you like, you call it an epiphany, sort of like this light bulb moment, and this sort of like was sort of like the whole turning stone to do with it, basically, that sort of like totally flipped it on its head and turned it around for me, which were, in my case, it were like hallelujah, problem solved, to do with what I thought. So what I mean by that is, I thought to myself, if you look at all these motorcycle bloggers, right, okay, they're all unique in their own ways. To sum it up in a nutshell, to do with just everything and anything, like, they put their own spin on stuff, and they formed and developed and moulded, and shaped their own sort of like style and etiquette way of doing it, which is, it's sort of like formed and bonded their sort of like own signature. So there's no such thing as better or worse, it's just a case of different or improper, that's all. Not better or for worse, but just different or improper. Where one piece of video editing software doesn't do something what one does, then that other one does what that other one doesn't do, and vice versa. So then you've got that sort of thing when you look at it like that. And then you've got people's, you know, tone of voice and how they sound and how they interact and come across. So what I'm saying is to do it all, just like a quick bullet point list of stuff that I've mentioned, and many more to sum it up in a nutshell. What I'm saying is to do a lot of sort of various ways and stuff like that. Every motorcycle blogger is different in their own rights, in their own way, where they are unique, and that's why nothing can replace them. No one can replace them. So then I sort of like reflected and spun that back upon myself, and I thought, this is why it's not worth like not returning back to it, Nick. This is why you know, you must return back to it and just give it at least, to say the least, just one more second bash at it to see if it's for you, because you are unique. No one can replace you. No other motorcycle blogger can replace you because you're unique. To do, like I said, to sum it up in a nutshell yet again, I know I'm repeating this, but a whole wide range of a variety of stuff out there. And that's why all you motorcycle bloggers are unique, and no other motorcycle blogger can replace you, because we all just put like our own spin and turn on our own videos that we produce and we process and render and put out there, don't we? So do you see what I mean now? Do you see what I mean by it isn't worth throwing towel in and giving up the ghost on it. Or if you've been out of action like I have for a good 2-year gap or something like that, it then isn't worth like not returning back to it. And then that was light bulb, like epiphany moment where I thought to myself, oh yeah, it's not that you're crapnik or you're dull or alt like that. It's not that anyone is crap or dull or worse than others. No one's worse or better than others. It's just that they are different or improper. But when they're different, it makes them juicy, unique and interesting. Even if they're improper, it still makes them interesting, exciting and juicy from all rest. It makes them more spicier from rest. Put that right signal on, we're going right at these traffic lights. And this is what I'm saying, guys, do you know what I mean? Let's lift this visor up a bit. I've had my visor down, you know, my front visor down all this time as I've been talking to you guys. I've just lifted it up. Might sound a bit better now, might sound a bit worse, I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you think. So visor down, 1 2 1 2, and then you've got visor up, 1 2 1 2. Which sounds better, visor up, visor down? So yeah, so right, visor back down, clutch in first gear, a bit of rev biting point, bit of throttle and biting point. There we go. We're away with fairies. I know I am at times anyway. I don't know about you guys, but I am. Right, third gear, take that signal off, you can wait there, and we're back into that good smooth 50. Watch that stone, we don't want to come off bike. Anyway, yeah, so that's it, you know. So basically, to do with my couple of few next upcoming videos after this one, you should be seeing and appreciating, hopefully, much more better video recording quality videos, because I've got a much more better action cameras now than the one I had before. God, from a 50 to a 30 just like that. Also, you should be seeing and appreciating you know, some light effects. So cropping, cutting, editing, adding maybe a visual effect or two, an audio sound effect or two, just spicing and jazzing up my videos really. So what I'm saying, guys, to you is if my YouTube channel weren't worth subscribing to, being a subscriber to before, then surely, to do with all the things that I've mentioned in this video to you all, my point is surely that's worth it now, surely, to give this channel a subscribe, and don't forget to hit that like button. It all helps me in the channel art, it really does. It all helps the channel in the art, and I'd really appreciate it. Or what you could do is, to be fair, is you could just wait until maybe you've watched and seen a good couple of few videos after this, or maybe wait until like my 3rd, 4th or 5th one to then make that decision to think, actually, yeah, it's now actually worth subscribing to, because to be fair, you know, he's took it more serious this time, he's not been tight, he's willing to put his money where his mouth is, he's bought these all these 2 things, well, yeah, you know, these 2 different things and all this lot. They're much more better videos than before. You know, so yeah, so, and that's fully appreciated and a fully appreciable, that ain't a word, but I really do appreciate if you don't want to subscribe straight away, if you just want to like give me and sort of like yourself, give me and yourself sort of like a little trial run, so to speak, first. Because at the end of the day, you still might think I'm crap. You might just think I'm just not floating your boat, I'm not pushing them buttons for you, I'm not tickling your fancy, you know, my videos still aren't interesting, even if they're much more better videos, and I'm not rambling and I'm shortening them and I'm keeping them down, and they're more better better quality videos after, you know, overall. You still just might be like, nah. To be fair, I don't know, there's something about Nick, this guy, he's dull, he's not exciting, I don't know. And then fair enough, that's absolutely fair enough. That's what I do. I won't subscribe straight away, but you can if you want, I'd really appreciate it. But if not, what I'd do is I'd wait until I've just put sort of like a good couple of few more videos out there after this one. And then what I'd do is I'd just see if it's worth it then, really, you know. So look at this video as a sort of like reintroduction to my YouTube motorcycle channel and videos and page, and you know, to do with my hobby and passion. Look at it as a sort of like reintroduction for you to make that determination, go away, do some reflecting, to think, should I subscribe, should I not, I don't know, whatever. Make that decision, and then it's up to you guys, isn't it? It's entirely up to each and every single individual one of you. So it's just to say, I'm back. It's sort of like to say, I think I owe you guys an explanation as well as myself. This is the explanation, these are problems, physical and mental, that I faced. This is what I've done to overcome the physical and mental sort of like issues, problems. You know, like the physical and mental like hindrance. You know, like the hindered physical and mental issues and problems. So it's to greet you all, a reintroduction to greet you all, problems, what I've done about them, and it's to say thanks so much for watching this video. I do appreciate it, I really do, because I know you're giving up your time, you are giving up your time to tune in to watch this video and to hear what I've got to say. So please feel free, please think about hitting that subscribe button and hitting that like button. Like I said, it really does all help support me in the channel. Remember, if you are riding, please ride safe, watch out for them other idiots out there on road, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. So bye bye for now, take care, thanks for watching, bye bye.